I've lived in Nepal for many years, and all those years I've noticed the terrible dog situation. There's many dogs in Nepal. There were thought to be at least 30,000 to 40,000 dogs in the whole of Kathmandu, and they lived in appalling conditions. And I felt that I would like to do something about this, but I didn't know how, until I went to Help and Suffering in Jaipur. And there I saw an organization that was doing something that was not just a shelter, it was actually doing something about the population situation. They were doing the animal birth control program, which involves sort of mostly family planning for dogs. This was the new thing coming up. This was how to deal with dog populations, instead of poisoning, instead of electrocuting, instead of drowning. I started by writing to animal organizations. And what I got in return was, well, wonderful idea, we wish you the best of luck. Hope you have you're successful, and that was it. So I realized that nobody was going to fund me. So if it was going to happen, it had to come from me. So then I decided to put my savings into this, and we started.
In a cat, we have 3 programs. One is ABC, that's animal birth control. The other one is rescue and treatment, and the third is education program. Cat team will go all in the morning. That will be sometime 5 in the morning, sometimes 5:30 or 6 in the morning. They go to catch the dog in certain area. Our team is well trained. They know how to catch dogs, but still, some dogs are very tricky. Basically, we catch dogs in 2 methods. One is sack methods, right, and one is with rope. As long as it is possible, we use sack so that animals are not suffer. But sometimes, the boys, they get very tough time in catching dogs. And these days, the community they are very much aware of street dogs, and they give us hand as well. As soon as they catch the dog, they write each and every descriptions. This is for them to release back in the same place.
Kathmandu ring road ma चाहिँ तपाईको बाँकी रोको यति हो फोन गरेर चाहिँ लिन आउँदैन तपाईहरु कस्तो हुन्छ नि टोलको चाहिँ कम्युनिटीको चाहिँ कुरो हुनुपर्छ आएपछि यही 7-8 वटा यसो टोल भित्र यसो तपाईहरुलाई देखाइदिनु भने हामी एकछिन म गाडी ल्याऊ है
As soon as the dogs are in the kennel, we examine them for a day. And before actually we spade, the vets will examine the dogs. If they are ready for a spade, they'll be taken back to operation room.
This is Ketu, a young female street dog from the Budinil Kanta section of Kathmandu. Ketu will be vaccinated against rabies and spayed. She'll also receive a tattoo and an ear notch to help identify her in future as a neutered female. In its efforts to create a rabies-free, non-breeding street dog population, the Kathmandu Animal Treatment Centre had, by the end of 2009, spayed and vaccinated approximately 8,000 dogs.
Animal birth control, it works. It works. It's worked here. In the 5 years that we've been started, there's such a big difference in Kathmandu. It's noticeable to everybody.
अहिले गर्न सकिन्छ भने यी कुकुरहरुलाई पनि सबैले गरौँ गर्न सकिन्छ फेमेललाई मात्र हो हजुर फेमेल
And we also, treat sick and distressed dogs. And of late, there's been a lot of community involvement. Like initially when we started, I think the culture wasn't really there. We get on an average 4 calls a day from the community, and these calls deal with sick, distressed dogs with mange, dogs that are not treated well by their owners.
The monthly budget covering veterinary treatment, boarding expenses, and staff salaries regularly reaches $5,000 US. Currently, each month, well over 100 female street dogs are sterilized, vaccinated against rabies, dewormed, and treated for existing illness or injury. Without donor support, operating CAT at current capacity would be impossible.
And we, month by month, we kept going. And eventually, apparently, World Society for Protection of Animals heard about us and how we were doing the job properly. And they came to meet me, and they decided that they thought that our project was one worthwhile for them to help. And we've been very lucky. The last 3 years, they've been supporting us on a sliding scale. They're helping us, and it finishes very shortly.
Street dogs in Nepal enjoy a special status. Though sometimes considered a nuisance, street dogs are oftentimes looked after by local residents. The dogs are never taken in as pets, but at least some of them are regularly fed and considered part of the neighborhood. When CAT teams return spayed and treated dogs to their original territories, there is usually delight all around. This man is the local resident who looks after street dog Ketu and the one who alerted CAT to her presence in the neighborhood. Kathmandu Animal Treatment Centre staff meet regularly to ensure day-to-day operations function smoothly on its very tight budget. CAT is very dependent on the generosity of its donors: World Society for the Protection of Animals, Humane Society International, and its many individual donors and volunteers.
And this is Mango. When we first started CAT and we were building, I found Mango on the street near my house. He walked past me in the most awful condition. I didn't know that he was going to turn out like this, of course. There was no way I was going to realize that he was a Tibetan Terrier. Oh, he's the boss man. I like to know he's the boss man here. He knows he's the boss man.
Every autumn, Nepal celebrates Tihar. This 5-day festival is both a joyous event and one of great spiritual importance. The second day of Tihar is known as Kukur Puja. All dogs, including street dogs, are worshipped on this day as wondrous manifestations of life and are adorned with garlands and tika. And of course, street dog Ketu is not overlooked. Kukur Puja is a visual delight. It is also very touching in the way that it acknowledges a cherished relationship between human beings and the first ever domesticated animal. This is Bhairav, the fierce manifestation of Shiva. In Nepali Hindu mythology, the dog plays a supporting role as both vehicle to Bhairav and as a messenger of Lord Yamaraj. With such powerful allies, the street dogs of Kathmandu make themselves very much at home.